Welcome to the Pirates vs. Werewolves podcast. Get ready, because this week we're taking you on a pirate raid into a couple of really awesome flash fiction stories. And guess what? These aren't just any stories. These are stories you sent our way.
That's right. And you are particularly excited about diving into these, eager to see what makes them tick. So we're strapping on our eye patches, grabbing our cutlasses, and setting sail for the exciting worlds of claws and cryptids and the last Selkie.
Sounds like an adventure. Let's start with claws and cryptids. Now, you mentioned a love for a good mystery, and this story's got that in spades. We meet Sasha, this werewolf cub, but she's not your average cub. This one's got a serious knack for puzzles.
Yeah, and that's what makes Sasha so intriguing right off the bat. I mean, you've got this adorable werewolf cub, probably bouncing around, full of energy, but then there's this sharp mind, this desire to solve problems, to figure things out. It's a really cool juxtaposition.
Totally. And it's that curiosity that leads her to this abandoned ranger station, a place the adult werewolves whisper about, almost like it's forbidden. Now, if you're a cub who loves puzzles, a place that's supposed to be haunted, that's like a giant neon sign saying, secrets here.
Right, and boy, does she find some secrets. Dusty maps with all these weird symbols, photographs of creatures you wouldn't believe, and then the big one, a half-shredded journal. It's bound in this shimmering silver leather, almost magical, and filled with a hidden symbolic language. Talk about a jackpot.
It really feels like she stumbled onto something huge. And this symbolic language, you pointed out how it's filled with images of wolves, moons, these strange hunters, and even a human skull. It makes you wonder what kind of history these werewolves have that they need a secret code to communicate.
It definitely suggests a need for secrecy, a way to keep things hidden, perhaps from the human world or maybe even from each other.
Yeah.
And for Sasha, a werewolf cub, to feel drawn to these symbols, it suggests a connection to something deeper, something ancestral maybe. It's like she instinctively understands these symbols.
It's like she's unlocking a hidden part of her heritage. And just when she starts piecing things together, bam! These armed human hunters show up. And these aren't just your friendly neighborhood hunters. They've got this intense hatred for werewolves, this fanatical hatred, as the story puts it. Sasha's just a cub. How's she going to handle this?
Well, this is where her cleverness comes in. She doesn't try to fight. She plays it smart. She acts all playful, like a harmless puppy, snapping and rolling around.
Yeah.
It's a brilliant tactic to buy time. And then she lets out this specific yelp, a prearranged signal to her pack.
That signal, that's not just a random bark. It's almost like a military alert. It shows a level of organization, a preparedness that you wouldn't expect from, well, werewolves, right?
It makes you realize that there's more to this werewolf society than meets the eye. They have systems, strategies for dealing with threats, a whole hidden structure. It's fascinating.
Okay, so let's put on our detective hats for a minute. What do you think is going on here? What kind of conspiracy has Sasha stumbled upon? Is it just about these hunters hating werewolves, or is there something bigger at play?
Well, the fact that they have this secret language, that the hunters seem so organized and driven by pure hatred, it suggests a deep-rooted conflict. It makes you wonder if these hunters are part of a larger group, maybe even a secret society dedicated to wiping out werewolves.
And that human skull symbol, it keeps coming back to that. What do you think it represents in all of this?
It's definitely not a friendly symbol, is it? It could be a warning, a reminder of past tragedies, or even a sign of what these hunters intend to do. It's unsettling, to say the least.
It really makes you think about the nature of this conflict, about how deep the animosity runs. All right, let's shift gears a bit now. From mystery, we move to myth and environmental themes, stuff I know you're really into. Our second story is The Last Selkie. We've got Tara, a teenager who really isn't a fan of gym class, which, I mean, who can blame her? But more than that, she feels this intense pull towards the ocean, this unexplainable yearning.
And that yearning, that pull, is a huge part of Selkie mythology. Selkies, these beings who can shift between human and seal form, they have this deep connection to the sea. And Tara, by skipping gym and heading to the beach, she's taking a step towards embracing that connection.
And then the encounter with the seal, that's when things really get interesting. This isn't just any seal. This one talks to Tara telepathically and even calls her a landlubber. Talk about a hint.
Yeah, that's a big clue. It's telling her, without outright saying it, hey, you're one of us. And then there it is, lying on the sand.
Yeah.
The sealskin coat. It's like a bridge between two worlds, this tangible link to her true nature.
And the way she reacts to it, the warmth she feels, the sensation described as liquid sunshine, it's so vivid. It's not just putting on a coat. It's a transformation, a merging of identities.
Absolutely. And then comes the kicker. Tara's the last Selkie. This one sentence changes everything. It's not just about her personal journey anymore. It's about an entire species on the brink of extinction. And then we get these very real threats, poachers, and this toxic black pollution spreading through the ocean.
So she's not only dealing with this huge personal revelation, but also these massive environmental problems. It's a lot to handle, especially for someone who's just figuring out who they are.
And then there's her act of defiance, disrupting the fishermen's nets. It's a small act, but it's symbolic. It shows that she's willing to fight, to protect what's hers, what she's connected to.
It's like she's saying, this is my ocean and I'm not going to let you destroy it. But how can one Selkie, especially a teenager, stand against poachers and pollution? It seems like an impossible task.
Well, that's where the mythology comes in. We're told she has this magic pulsing through her veins. What does that mean? Does she have powers beyond what we've seen? And those ancient enemies mentioned, are they somehow connected to these threats? There's definitely a lot to unpack here.
There are so many questions, so many possibilities. Okay, let's take a step back and think about what really grabbed us in these stories. With claws and cryptids, you've got this young werewolf uncovering a huge secret, a hidden conflict. It makes you wonder about the bigger picture. What other secrets are out there? What caused this intense hatred between humans and werewolves?
Right. That level of animosity doesn't appear overnight. There's a history there, a story waiting to be told. And the fact that it's a cub who discovers this, it makes you wonder, what are the adults hiding? Are they intentionally keeping things in the dark? It really makes you question the power structures within that werewolf society.
Then you've got The Last Selkie, this really poignant story about identity and the environment. The idea of being the last of your kind, that's a huge burden. And she's not just dealing with that. She's facing poachers, pollution, these enormous challenges. It makes you think about our own world, about the environmental problems we face.
It makes you think about who's responsible, about who steps up to protect what's important. Tara's story, it's a reminder that even when things seem hopeless, even when you're just one person, you can still make a difference.
You can still fight for what you believe in. These flash fiction stories, they might be short, but wow, they pack a punch. They've taken us on a wild ride, made us think, made us wonder. It makes you realize there might be all these amazing hidden worlds out there just waiting to be discovered.
And who knows? Maybe we all have a little bit of Sasha's curiosity or Tara's courage inside us. Maybe we're all capable of uncovering secrets, of fighting for what's right.
That's a great thought. Thank you for sending these stories. Remember, keep those fantastic stories coming, and we'll be ready for our next pirate raid into the world of flash fiction. Be sure to rate and follow the Pirates vs. Werewolves podcast for more captivating tales.